This is the first video in a series of 9 videos about the book, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. In this video, we will explore Chapter 1, The Man Who Desired Gold. Imagine waking up one day at 42, 50, or maybe 58 years old, looking at your financial life, and realizing that despite decades of work, money always seems to slip away. That feeling is not uncommon, but it has a deeper origin, the way we were educated to deal with money. In the first chapter of The Richest Man in Babylon, we are introduced to Bansir, a chariot builder who experiences this same frustration. He works, and works, but never becomes wealthy. This is the perfect portrait of many adults in the mature stage of life: effort without proportional results. How many times has this story been yours? Bansir reflects on his exhaustion. He realizes something important. He dedicated his entire life to work, but he never mastered the laws of wealth. He is excellent at what he does, but he doesn't know how to make money work for him. This is a cruel truth. Technical skill does not guarantee prosperity. What guarantees prosperity are principles, habits, and financial education. And when we reach our 40s, we see this with painful clarity. In the chapter, Bansir meets his friend Kobe, who faces the same frustration. It's in this dialogue that one of the deepest lessons emerges. Wealth is not the fruit of chance, but of learning. Those who desire prosperity must seek it from the right source. Many people expect money to appear as a natural consequence of time spent working, but that is an illusion. If time alone created wealth, every elderly person would be a millionaire. That doesn't happen because prosperity is the result of intention. After 40, this difference becomes even more evident. Those who live reacting remain trapped. Those who decide to learn expand. Bansir and Kobe conclude that they need to learn from those who have truly become wealthy. That is the first movement: intellectual humility. When you decide to learn from those who prospered, you break the illusion of self-sufficiency. Pride is the enemy of prosperity. Mature people who advance financially are not the ones who know the most, but the ones who ask the most. Asking opens doors. And this chapter shows exactly that. There is no shame in seeking guidance. Shame is remaining poor in knowledge when there are abundant examples all around. From there, the text raises another powerful question. Why do some people, even in prosperous environments, remain poor? In Babylon, gold was abundant. Today, opportunities are too. The difference is not in the market, it's in the mind. If you think small, it doesn't matter how rich the city is, your wealth will be small. If you think like someone who deserves prosperity, your horizon expands. There is an emblematic passage. Bansir questions why, even living in a wealthy city, he and so many others still have no gold. This echoes perfectly in our contemporary lives. We live in the age of information, yet the lack of financial knowledge is still a problem. It's not enough to work in a sea of wealth if you don't know how to swim. Prosperity begins when you decide to learn how to navigate the modern financial flow. You are doing that now. Another essential point in the chapter is the repetition of patterns. Bansir realizes that he spent his youth having fun, spent his adulthood paying bills, and reaches maturity with little accumulated wealth. This is the cycle we must break. After 40, many begin to feel the weight of repetition. But the good news is that maturity brings perspective. Now you see the pattern, and what you see, you can change. The wisdom in the chapter is also found in the contrast between desire and action. Everyone desires gold. Few do what is necessary to have it. Desire is only the starting point. Prosperity demands discipline, habits, consistency, and strategy. And when you look toward the future with maturity, you realize that there is still time. It doesn't matter if you're 40, 50, 60, or even older. Prosperity has no expiration date. Money rewards those who learn and apply, not those who merely wish. In the chapter, the characters decide to seek knowledge about wealth. This simple decision transforms destiny. Likewise, today, you are taking a conscious step to change your financial story. You are studying, and that already puts you ahead of most people, because prosperity likes movement. Those who study prosper because they begin to see money as a tool, not as a problem. And when you change your emotional relationship with money, it changes its relationship with you. Something interesting happens in the dialogue. Kobe notices that even the king wants to know the secrets of gold. This shows that prosperity is a universal pursuit. Even the great wish to learn more. People who prosper share one trait: curiosity. People who stagnate share another: comfort. Which group do you want to be in? In this first chapter, George Clason makes it clear that wealth begins the moment you recognize your financial ignorance. This recognition is liberating. It creates space for the new. When you admit you don't know, you allow yourself to learn. And the greatest financial secrets are simple. That's why they often go unnoticed. When you learn a true financial principle, it stays with you for the rest of your life. And the sooner you begin, even at 45, 60, or 75, the better. The chapter also reveals a subtle detail. Friends influence destinies. Bansir and Kobe shared the same mindset. But when they found someone with more knowledge, they realized they needed to grow. After 40, we must choose our conversations more wisely. Poverty is contagious. Wealth is too. If you talk about pain all the time, you attract more pain. If you talk about investments, prosperity, and growth, your brain finds pathways. The mind shapes gold long before gold ever touches the hands. There is a passage where the characters observe the improper use of time. Working hard is not the same as working smart. This teaching is crucial. Prosperity is not in the sweat. It's in the strategy. When you reorganize your financial beliefs, your money begins to obey new commands, and that can start now. Now breathe. If you're on this journey, know this: it is not too late. The chapter teaches us that the simple act of thinking differently is already the first step toward wealth. The second is action. The third is persistence. When you bring these three elements together, maturity becomes a competitive advantage, not an obstacle. Gold, in the book, symbolizes freedom. Having money is not about consumerism, it's about autonomy. And autonomy is one of the greatest needs after 40. You want to choose where to live, when to work, how to live, and money buys time. Time to breathe, time to take care of your health, time to live with dignity. Every intelligent financial decision you make today is a seed you will enjoy tomorrow. To conclude, remember this: prosperity can be taught. Bansir and Kobe discovered that. You can discover it too. No one is born rich in financial wisdom. Everyone learns, and it all starts with the burning desire to change and the commitment to continue. If this video made sense to you, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and in the comments write, "Gold symbolizes freedom." Gold symbolizes freedom. I also invite you to check out our financial mindset development materials found in the first pinned comment. It was a pleasure to be with you, and I'll see you in the next chapter.